we end with a bang, with a static grouping bang. 5 of these people going to 3 of 3 groups to exactly one of the groups, static grouping. That first rule about Frank and Rames and Kevin and Thompson, I chose to show it conditionally because I'm used to conditional relationships and because that gives me that clear, repetitive, symbolic language. They're both together, not together, they're both at R and T, or else neither one of them is, right? You've got F with Raines and Thompson with Sicoli, Kevin with Thompson, or you don't have either one of those at either of those places. And I don't know, the conditionals seem like the cleanest way of showing that. If you've got some other way, by all means employ it. Mine at least is systematic. And finally, the F and G rule, one of them is alone and the other one is not, which again I've shown visually, that box around it meaning it's exactly that, just by itself, or else the circle meaning it's with something else. So you've either got F by itself and G is not by herself, or vice versa. Let's answer some questions. We got a global accounting question. We know we're going to break some rules. I'm going to skip that first one just because it's going to take a little bit more time to assess, and I'll start instead with rule 2, Frank is by himself or Gina is by herself, but not both. And answer choice C, neither one of them is by itself. Get rid of C. Oh, God, how did I leave off this? A third rule, H is with Sicoli, but in answer choice B, H is with Thompson, and that's just wrong. That's not right. Get rid of B. And finally, the first rule we have to now apply. Okay, if Frank is with Raines, then Kevin has to be with Thompson. In answer choice A, Frank is with Rames, but Kevin is with Sicoli. That's wrong. And in answer choice E, Frank is with Raines, and Kevin is also with Raines, and that's wrong. Kevin should be with Thompson. Everybody knows that. Get rid of A, get rid of E. That leaves us with D. K and L, G and H, and F. By himself. This could be the way that we group our young paralegals. Question 20 is our next directive question. If exactly 2 of the paralegals are assigned to Thompson, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you get 2 of them assigned to Thompson, then let's start with what that tells us. We've got H here. Now F and G, they have to be alone, right? One of them has to be alone. So I'm going to rule it 2 this shit. This is either G all by herself, or it is F all by himself. If it is G, then Frank is not with Raines, so Kevin is not with Thompson. Kevin would be here, and that means both Frank and Lori are here. If, on the other hand, this is Frank, Frank is with Raines, so Kevin must be with Thompson. And then you got options G and L. One of them is here, exactly 2, and the other one will have to be here. Now the question asks what? Could be the complete assignment of paralegals to Rames? Well, it's either G or else F. Oh, look at answer choice A. 21, also directive. If one of the cases has Gina and Lori as the only ones assigned, then each of the following must be false, except, okay, one of the cases has only Gina and Lori, H is here, so Gina and Lori are the only ones, they are either here or else they are here. Alright, if they are here, then Frank has to be by himself, because Gina's not by herself, and that means Kevin is there. If Gina and Lori are here, then Frank has to be by himself. But if Frank is with Raines, then Kevin has to be with Thompson. Kevin's not with Thompson. This one doesn't work. So we're dealing with this first option. That's how it has to be if Gina and Lori are together. Each of the following must be false except, so 4 of these things are going to be false and the last one is going to be true because we know where the 5 go. Frank is assigned to Rames, that's false. Frank is with Thompson. Frank is assigned to Sicoli, no. Frank's with Thompson. Gina is on Rames, yes. Gina is on with Rames. Kevin is with Rames, no he's not. Lori's with Thompson. No, she's not. She's with Rames. 4 of those things are false. Last directive question is question 23. If Kevin is the only one on one of the cases, a list of all the paralegals, anybody who could be assigned to Rames. Okay, if Kevin is all by himself, then there are 2 options for that. Kevin is all by himself with Rames, or Kevin is all by himself with Thompson. If Kevin is all by himself with Thompson, we know something. We have a rule about Kevin and Thompson, right? Kevin's with Thompson, Frank is with Rames, and now Frank or Gina has to be by himself. Gina now can't be by herself, so it would be Frank, and all by himself, Gina and Lori are here. On the other hand, if Kevin is not with Thompson, oh, that's right, we still do know something, because they're either Thompson and Raines or not Thompson and not Raines. But I guess what I was thinking is that we already had that covered by knowing that nobody else is at Raines here. So we've got to have either Frank or Gina by him or herself, and so that'll have to happen here. But it's either one of them, right? Lori will be here with the other one of them. Couple of possibilities. I don't really care about any of that because what I was asked was a list of the paralegals, any one of whom could be assigned to Rames. Well, the paralegals that could be assigned to Rames are Kevin and Frank. There's our list. Any one of those 2 guys could be our list. That knocks out our directive questions. Let's attack those blanket questions. 19. Which of the following cannot be the complete assignment of paralegals to Sicoli? So things that can be assignment of paralegals to Sicoli. Well, let's take a look at our prior work. G and H and G and L, H and L and F. Okay, we've got some options. A, F, H, and K. You know what? I've never shown those 3 together. Maybe they can't be, but I'll hold on for a second and see if I can get rid of the others with my prior work. B, F, H, and L. Yes, those 3 can be together. Check that off. C, G, H, K. I don't know those. Maybe they can't be together. Hold on to it. D, G, H, L. Yes, they can be. Check off D. E, H, K, L. I don't ever have those together. Maybe they can't be. How about answer choice then? I'm going to just plug them in. A, F, K, and H. Can I have F, H, and K? Well, Gina has to be by herself, and that means Lori is going to be by herself. And that can, I don't really care where they are. But, yeah, it doesn't break any rules. I mean, F is not with Raines, and K is not with Thompson. Gina is by herself. Okay, fine. That works. Answer choice C, G, H, and K. I don't see any reason I couldn't just go G, H, and K. Now, I can't put Frank here because then that would mean Kevin was over here. Kevin's not with Thompson, so Frank is not with Raines. But I can just say Frank and Lori. All right, then H, K, and L. Oh, and maybe you can see it now. If I put H and K and L there, then both F and G would be all by themselves, and that can't work. Finally, just the one blanket question left, question 22, which the following cannot be the assignment of paralegals to Thompson. So 4 of these things can be. I'm going to again use my prior work. Answer choice A, Gina. Could Gina by herself be with Thompson? Yes, she might be. Answer choice B, Lori. Yes, Lori by herself might be with Thompson. C, G and K. Yes, G and K might be the only ones at Thompson. Check that off. D, G and L. I do not have G and L together. Maybe they can't be. Answer choice E, K and L. Yes, K and L can be. Check it off, which means that G and L cannot. And that then concludes this game.